If you don't mind vicious looking triggerfish nipping at your exposed skin while you work, commercial diving may be the job for you. I want to talk to you about how to become a commercial diver and what to expect when you go to work for the first time. I was a commercial diver for 3 years in the Gulf of Mexico. It was an exciting way to pay the bills. Commercial diving is an exciting and not too common occupation. I'll tell you how to get qualified, what the job search looks like, and what you'll be doing once you get to work. First, you'll have to get an education. There are schools that specialize in commercial dive training. At the time I went through a school, there were three main schools, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, and the one I chose in Houston, Texas, called the Ocean Corporation. There are a lot more options now than there used to be. A Google search can help you find a school that may fit you better. Once you've chosen a school, you'll actually have to move to that area. Dive training does not happen online. The classes are not remote. While in school, you'll have to learn some important things because the pressure of the ocean causes things to change inside your body, specifically air. You need to understand dive physiology and dive physics so that when you dive, you'll be safe in what you're doing. Now that you have the education, it's time to find a job. And that looks like almost any other job search you may find. You will send out resumes, you'll interview. There's a high demand for people who are trained in commercial diving, and getting a job is not that difficult. Lots of the jobs are in the Gulf of Mexico because there's such a high incidence of oil drilling, and the oil companies subcontract with the diving companies to take care of anything that needs done underwater. Now that you've got your education and you've been offered a job, let's talk about what that job looks like. You don't just go to work diving for a living. The companies want to make sure that you're safe in the water. They have liability to worry about. So you'll start as a tender, which is an apprentice diver. Tender means you tend to the things that need to be done and support the more senior divers in what they're doing. You'll be doing a lot of maintenance of industrial equipment and diving gear, support of the diver's topside, making sure the tools they need for the job are staged so that they can be sent down to the diver as needed. A big part of the job is running decompression tables. When divers have been down for a while, the air in their body is compressed. If they come up too fast, those form bubbles, and it can be dangerous to have bubbles in your bloodstream. So you start with in-water decompression, meaning you come up a little bit and sit there and breathe for a while, let your body acclimate. And then you come up a little further, do the same thing, and continue that until you get to about 40 feet in depth. After you've sat at the 40-foot level for a while, you'll come all the way out of the water, strip down, and get into a decompression chamber where someone, usually the tender, will use air to return you to a simulated depth of 40 feet. And you will take turns breathing oxygen and breathing air, depending on the table that's being run for the depth of the dive that you did. You'll also be doing shallow dives and dives that don't require a lot of knowledge to get you more familiar with working underwater. You'll be on call 24/7 when you're not offshore. That means that no matter what you're doing, what time of the day or night, you could get a call and be on your way to a job. kind of messes with your social life, granted. Now that you know how to get the job and what you'll be doing, it's time to get started. Remember, you need an education, and to do that you need to find an appropriate school for you. Then you'll need to find your job and begin your apprentice diving career. It's a worthwhile occupation, and there is nothing more beautiful than in-water decompression at night, surrounded by neon-colored sea life, while you reflect on a job well done. Thank you.